very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Vicabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Isala, Nina, Gozaha, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonane, all the and then saw no totua yaba no one and when I raise it because Kahara and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you were not but you know what? They would like you to believe that America is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Vicabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Isala, Nina, Gozaha, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonane, all the and then saw no totua yaba no one and you were not raised because Kahara and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your source and you were not But you know what? They would like you to believe that America is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Soap, you come to Onaji, you come to Ebeba, you come to Agule, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to Niger, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our bumper, you take everything, our VAT, our tax, and pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport. Refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspaper to give the world giving the impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working, we are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one, we must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working, you're marginalized, you are being discriminated against, you are suffering, they are killing you everywhere, and you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I mean, Democrats have subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more than this. I saw the letter that Atiku Abubakar wrote to President Biden. In it, Atiku Abubakar said, come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of you are not educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. From the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me. O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB. You will vindicate your children of Biafra according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God, and you are an upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore we pray. Ise, Ise, He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men.
Britain and Biafra, the case for genocide examined. This is the irrefutable fact and the figures pointing to the fact that Britain is complicit in genocide. If you're wondering why Biafra is not listed as a genocide case, it's because of this very article, as outlined by The Spectator, a British publication on the 26th of December 1968. That is why you can write the list of genocide all over the world. There will be no Biafra. Do you know who excluded Biafra from the list? Britain, because of the role they played. We have this very article here. It is from the Spectator archive. How Britain committed genocide. How Britain you're looking at is actually as bad as Hitler. Nazi party. We have all the proof here. The only reason why the Nazis were held to account was because the Jews were living in Europe. Biafrans are in the darkest West Africa. Nobody gives a damn about them. It is also in the Bible that they will kill you, you will cry, but nobody will come to your rescue. I am reading from Aubrey Wall's report on the 26th of December 1968, published in the Spectator newspaper of United Kingdom in Great Britain. That very publication outlined the case of genocide against the British Christianity. You must listen very, very carefully. For as long as any Christian, liberal, or humanitarian tradition survives, the year 1968 will be remembered of implementing one aspect of its peacetime foreign policy. That peacetime foreign policy is one Nigeria, because the British, they are white people. They created Nigeria because a white man created Nigeria who is a black man to try and break it. The world cleverly forgot that there was no Nigeria before the white man came. There was no Nigeria before the British came. Nigeria was created by a white man, not by African people. Your ancestors did not create one Nigeria. Your forefathers did not create one Nigeria. It was a white man, Betul, that came and created one Nigeria. The British government at the time, under Harold Wilson's Labour Party, wanted to maintain this white supremacist approach. We are white people. How dare you black monkeys from Africa try to break something that we created? As I told you before, as I read yesterday from the scriptures, as Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land, British people did not know about it. Till tomorrow morning, ordinary British people don't know what their government did, because there was a blanket coverage all the way throughout. No independent media. People like The Spectator or the likes of Frederick Forsyth, who we are reporting, nobody was paying attention to them, because BBC decided that we must die. BBC said Biafran people must be killed. How dare you try to stop what we created in Black Africa? Who are you to create Biafra? We are God. Very few people in England have any awareness of the fact that their own country, Britain, was committing atrocity, mass murder in Black Africa. Like most Germans after the war, they will be able to say that they did not know what was being done in their name. British people don't know that their government was killing millions upon millions of people in Biafra land for the sake of the British, ordinary British, so they can be looked upon as God, that they are the creators of everything that they survey. Although photographs of the atrocities being perpetrated in Biafra have appeared in most newspapers, the general impression given by the captions and news coverage is that the children are starving to death as the result of famine brought about by the war. Lies did not begin today. Britain was going about covering their lies. But do you know that the reason why Biafra doesn't come up as a major genocide case is because Britain will be implicated in it? The same way that the world viewed Germans after the whole Nazi debacle is how the world would have viewed Britain. They don't want to be seen as mass killers, so they go about pretending. They go about suppressing the very fact that Biafrans were murdered in their millions. Who killed them? Britain and go on. Here is irrefutable fact. This very article was written by a white man saying that their country was committing genocide. Britain was committing genocide in Biafra land. Britain is complicit in the death of millions of people in Biafra land, and even their own people know it. BBC will say, oh no, it is people are starving because of famine. We don't suffer from famine in Biafra land. We have rainy season. There is no famine. We have never had any famine in Biafra land before in our history. Never. All of a sudden, there is famine. Not a single newspaper has seen it fit. Even the Spectator was angry. This very white man writing was so upset as to what was happening. Not a single newspaper in England has seen fit to point out that the children are dying as a direct and intended result of a siege which is supported by the British government. When I told you that Britain enforced air, land and sea blockade, is called a siege, you won't believe me. But here it is being confirmed by white people. This is an article written by a white man in a British newspaper as far back as 1968, reminding the British people that you people are here pretending you don't know what is happening. Your government is killing people in Biafra. Biafran people are dying as a direct result of the blockade of Biafra land by the British. It's very clear for the world to see. Very, very clear for the world to see. And they will pay the compensation for this. We are presenting to you this very evening the irrefutable fact and figures that we did not fight Hausa Fulani, they are nobody. We fought the British. The British enforced a very criminal air, land and sea blockade to stop us from getting food and arms during the war. But Britain was writing to Russia, asking Russia to provide arms to go on. Without the British, we will take over Hausa land in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we take it over. It's the British supporting them. And the evidence is here for the whole world to see. Everybody must have a copy of this. Very, very critical and important. So that when you look at Britain, you know that Britain are killers. When you look at the British government, you will know that they are murderers. The same way you view Adolf Hitler is how you should view a British government, because they are also killers.
In 1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe. Both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development. In the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland, each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans? Whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on.
If you not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case of, what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a time, in a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are. That hand of God given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Omahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. That Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come. And this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And
what we are pursuing is a part of pressure, relentless pressure, to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
We, the Biafrans, call the Finnish authorities to release Mazi Simon Ekpa immediately. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, has not committed any offense. Therefore, we demand for his immediate release. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa and free him now. No hand must stop Mazi Simon Ekpa from exercising his duty as a free man. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa.
For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want every one of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria, called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in with. They thought by the forceful and the barrels of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria. That also is the problem today. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global village where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria has found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem.
Going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work.
these issues were trashed out very well, is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer point of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supporting, is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is Nwapoda. Simon Ekpa is a Perima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there. Your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you be a terrorist, is oh, Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media, because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. Iti Boribos. Iti Pataka.
Language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome. Thank you for joining us, as many as have been able to join so far. I welcome every one of you. Like and share to all platforms once you come across the video. Those who are watching now are those who are going to watch later. When you watch, you share so that others can join us and continue to spread this gospel. Remember, in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. All we do here is to propagate the gospel of Biafra, and we will continue to do so. Just as we have been doing, we have come once again to continue on our project. No matter how difficult it is, no matter the attack that is coming from east, west, north, and south, we must continue to keep our code until we get to our destination. And our destination we must get to. So do not be discouraged. Even if you are the only one watching, do not be discouraged. All you have to do is that as you join, you like the program, you share it. When you like, you share, others will know where we are. We are in a very new channel, and this new channel, many people don't know our whereabouts. And then we will continue to broadcast and speak until we get to their attention. So try as much as possible to share, try as much as possible to like as you join us. So today we have come once again to conduct our daily program, morning program. And today the topic we choose says, the truth they hide. Who really divide Nigeria? The British rose. Why blame the Igbos? We are taking this topic because of what is happening in Nigeria today. Every one of you that is watching and those who are watching in days to come, you know that the drug baron in Asorok is now in the UK. The visit of Tinubu to UK shows you everything we have been saying all this while. The visit of Tinubu to UK confirms everything we have been saying. When we talk about the involvement of the Janjaweed in the atrocities in Nigeria, the involvement of the British, how British is manipulating Nigeria, and when we say that Nigeria is not sovereign, what is happening in UK today confirms it. You can imagine the United Kingdom rolling out a red carpet for a terrorist, rolling out a red carpet for a drug baron. Not we that call him. Even as we speak, there are people who are protesting in London calling him a drug baron. But in the midst of all that, in the midst of all the atrocities that this man has committed, in the midst of illegality, that he was chosen by just 10% of the population, yet he is given an honor that was not given to some people who were even better chosen. Some presidents who were even better positioned did not get this honor that Tinubu is getting in London today. What does it tell you? It tells you that the British government do not care about you as a Nigerian. That's what it tells you. And when we blame the British for every single atrocities and terrorism in Nigeria, you think it's a joke. The visit of Tinubu confirms it. No sensible and responsible government will roll out a red carpet for Tinubu at this point in time. At a time when Nigeria has been designated a country of particular concern. A time when Nigeria was designated as a country of particular concern, yet the British find it to be the time to roll out a red carpet for a drug baron. It tells you that they don't care about you. As long as the interest of the British is protected, as long as you are ready to open up the way for them to continue to steal as many resources as much as they can, they don't care about anybody. They do not care about me. They don't care about you that is watching and those who are going to watch time to come. Not just the Biafra, everyone that is in that contraption called Nigeria, the British don't care about you. Maybe you don't know before, now you know. When you see what is happening in the UK today, there is no other way to describe the involvement of the British in the atrocities in Nigeria. It is very, very clear. And even in this critical time, when Nigeria is a state of particular concern, country of particular concern, and the United States is complaining, the genocide against the Christians is increasing, kidnapping is increasing, yet the United Kingdom rolled out a red carpet for the man who is part of this atrocity. It is sad, but that is what we see. That is what you see. You're welcome, Uche Onyende. Thank you so much for joining. Please like and share so that other people will know where we are. We are broadcasting here now. We cannot be able to access our other platform. They have hijacked the other platform, so we are trying to recover it until when we recover it before we can be able to have access. So anybody that join us, share so that others can be able to know where we are and they can join us. So when you see what they are doing, you will now understand that the British don't care about anybody. They don't care about you. A country of particular concern. led by a drug baron who never won election, who stole the mandate and ran away with it. Yet, the British find it needy for them to roll out a red carpet. A treatment they did not give people that got legitimate approval. They were not given this honor. People that were genuinely elected, they were not given this honor. But the British, simply because they want to spite the United States of America, they want to spite Donald Trump, they want to spite the Christians, they invited the chief terrorist of Nigeria in United Kingdom, and they are honoring him. And I thank you for the way the Biafrans are responding in London. Biafrans are coming out, not minding, not hiding themselves. They are coming back out in masses and they are protesting. And we are going to share some of the informations that we are getting that is coming out from there. We will share it so that people will know what is actually going on. When we say Britain is part of the problem we have in Nigeria, it is not a joke. When we say the British are part of the problem, it is a fact. It is a fact. It is not a propaganda. It is not a blackmail. It is not a mere hearsay. It is a fact that no matter how you continue to deny that fact, it will continue to haunt you. It will continue to stare you at your face. It is a fact, an undeniable fact. And we will continue as much as we can to speak about these issues. We will continue to talk about it, whether they like it or not. They can never stop us. The British, they are part of. You saw the video of Mazin Nandekan I played. We are Mazin Nandekan. Explain the evil they perpetrated in Nigeria. We know the role they played in the Civil War. And since then, they've been fighting so hard against the Biafra to make sure our voice is not heard. But we will not be silent. Even as all the atrocities are going on, the Biafrans are turning out in mass and they are protesting in London. And we are going to go there to see what is transpiring and how the Biafrans are responding to the madness that is happening in London in the presence of criminals.
Biafra. Biafra. Freedom. Freedom.
What do we want?
Biafra.
When do we want it?
Now.
Right now. We want it right now, even though we may not have it right now, but that is the purpose. That is why we are here. We are here to remind the Foreign and Commonwealth Office. We are here to remind the family. We are here to remind the Parliament, 10 Downing Street, that we are here. We are not going anywhere until we get what we want, until we secure our freedom, until we find out which is our purpose. We will not rest. It may have seemed that we are tired, but no, we are not. I was just others on our way here, and I did say something, and Mazi reiterated it. He did say that this is more like a recycle. It might look like it's a recycle, but that is what life is about. You keep asking for that which you seek until it is restored. And today we are here to remind the British government that 6 decades ago, Dr. Akani Ibiam, who was crowned with a knighthood, and during the Vietnam War, the British government was on the wrong side, and over 5 million of our people died. And Dr. Akani Ibiam, with respect, in reverence, returned the knighthood that the Queen bestowed on him. Today we're here to remind the British government, the royal family, that it is time to honor the legacy of who have been historically overlooked. Today we're here to remind them once again that that very purpose that Dr. Akani Ibiam sought is still here knocking on their door. And we seek nothing but freedom. Not out of disrespect, not out of hate, not out of contempt, but out of identity. Because we are certain people and we need our peaceful ecosystem, and that is where we belong. And that we must have as long as we continue to knock on the door of those who have sinned against our forefathers, against those who had walked in the path of injustice, looking the other way. But their generations will continue to emerge and continue to seek for that which is theirs. And Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of this very movement, is illegally and unjustly, not unjustly convicted. Yet the British government looked the other way. They sat on the fence for years. They had nothing to say. They couldn't speak against the injustice. They couldn't speak against the extraordinary rendition of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. But they know it is wrong. They whisper behind the doors. But they haven't publicly cautioned Nigeria. And today, President Tinubu is here, honored by the Royal Highness, or the King, King Charles. I believe that the Royal Moral Code upholds justice. It upholds dignity and it upholds human rights. And I believe that the Royal House has not forsaken that. And that used to be their anthem. And that must not change today.
It is good that the Biafrans show their presence in London. It is very important because we can't be silent. The presence of Biafrans in London, it doesn't matter the group that appears there. As long as the flag of Biafra is flying high, I don't care about the group. What I care about is the presence of Biafra. That is why I tell people most times, so many of us, we attack an issue because it is not coming from our own angle. We attack groups because they are not speaking from our own tone. We discredit this thing because we are not the ones doing it. We all cannot be doing the same thing. Everybody has a role to play. Every one of us know when it comes to protest, IPOB has been doing a great job in protest. So for them to make the presence of Biafra felt in London, it is very important and very key. Remember, that is where Mazin Nnamdi Kanu started this message. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is also a citizen there. That is where the genesis of the struggle started, in London. So for them to be able to come out and make their presence felt while the drug baron is there is very important, it's key. It is key. It is very important, and I love that. So I appreciate the effort they made. Whenever any group do what they're supposed to do, we appreciate you. And when you begin to do that, which is nonsense, when you begin to lose focus and begin to engage in attacking your brother and your sister and doing something that is irrelevant, then I will also speak against you. So the most important thing in this video is for us to know that the presence of the Biafrans is felt. The presence of the Biafrans is felt. And IPOB is here on the ground, showing their presence, denouncing the drug baron in Asarok, and also continue to remind the United Kingdom that we want to walk out of the Zoroastrian Republic. Self-determination is our right, and we have not left the pursuit of that self-determination. We will continue to ask for self-determination, no matter what they say, no matter how they go about it, no matter the angle. We will continue to pursue self-determination, and it is important. It is important. So I appreciate the presence of the Biafrans in London, making their voice heard, making their presence felt. It is key. It is very, very key. And we must not underestimate the effect.
They do not deserve a royal salute. That is our message.
These are videos.
Our message is very clear. A drug law president do not deserve a royal salute. He deserves a royal disgrace.
Exactly.
Yes, that is our stand. Today being 18th of March. Today being 18th of March 2026. Tinubu should come and collect his royal disgrace. Not royal salute. He doesn't deserve it. Tinubu do not deserve a royal salute. For where? Now who dash am? Who dash am royal salute? I go collect royal salute. When now the Kanu? You put on now the Kanu for prison. They can't collect royal salute. Now who dash am? Now royal disgrace. I go collect. Royal disgrace. Tunumbu, come and collect your royal disgrace. IPOB is here to give you your royal woto. Royal disgrace.
That is what he deserves.
Royal disgrace woto. Not to IPOB is here live and direct. Tunumbu should collect. Come and collect the royal disgrace he deserves. One royal disgrace God deserve, bro. Huh? In London. London is not America, where he's paying $9 million to bribe his way out of Christian genocide. Christian genocide is going on in Nigeria, and Trumbu
because even the king did not
is here in London to collect royal salutes. Papa way in house the bonfire. In the pursue rats. Tunumbu na Papa way in house the bonfire. In the pursue rats.
The royal family is coming for them.
What a disgrace. What a disgrace. What a disgrace of a country of a particular concern. Respect. Country of particular concern.
The UK never believe
Papa Wayne house the bonfire. He the pursue rats. And be Tunumbu. Then they massacre people from Meduguri. He's here in UK. Shameless.
They don't care.
Shameless vampires. Huh? How can they be massacring people in Meduguri? And they are here to collect. I am here to collect royal salute. We die here together. Wait, Rumbu. Come and collect your royal disgrace. That's what you deserve. IPOB is here. IPOB, they here. Yes, sir. IPOB is here live and direct. Yeah. I never see anything. IPOB, other things that go scatter. All these people you see, the IPOB, now just small fraction now that they see. Small fraction all that they see.
I love this. I love this.
You
know, all the
never somebody ever.
They divide all this. That's why I say it doesn't matter who is talking and where it's coming from. The most important thing is that
royal disgrace God deserve, bro.
Participate. Everybody participate, whether
in London,
anyone that is doing it, it is appreciated.
London is
the most important.
London is not America, where he's paying $9 million to bribe his way out of Christian genocide. Christian genocide is going on in Nigeria, and Trumbu is here in London to collect royal salutes.
Nonsense.
Papa way in house the bonfire. The pursue rats. Tunumbu na Papa way in house the bonfire. In the pursue rats. Eh? What a disgrace. What a disgrace. What a disgrace of a country of a particular concern. Respect. Country of particular concern. Papa Wayne house the bonfire. He the pursue rats. And be Tunumbu. Then they massacre people from Meduguri. He's here in UK. Shameless vampires. Huh? How can they be massacring people in Meduguri? And I are here to collect. I are here to collect royal salute.
Nonsense.
We die here together.
Only him go die. We don't go full of that. Only him.
Come and collect your royal disgrace. That's what you deserve. IPOB is here. IPOB, they here. Yes, sir. IPOB is here live and direct. Yeah. I never see anything. IPOB, other things that go scatter. All these people you see in IPOB, now just small fraction now that they see. Small fraction all that they see. Chile Keve. There was some money ever. Yes, so Biafra, respect my people. As you can see, we are live. IPOB is live. No going back until Biafra is restored. I tell ya. What a beautiful flag. Zoo flag is only green, white, and green. F9 flag. F9. No any effort to make flag look like flag. Look how colorful this flag is. The flag of Biafra. Oh my God. I love Biafra die. Nigeria is not an option one. That's why
It is clear everybody can see it, and you can see it and know that the Biafrans are in the front line and doing what they're going to do. People are speaking up. A drug baron that is being hosted in London. He's not supposed to be there. But because the British are complicit in everything that's happening in Nigeria, that is why they are rolling out red carpet for a drug baron, an illegitimate president. They are rolling out red carpet for him. Where have you seen that before? Where have you seen that before?
Who is a drug baron? Which mandate do you want? We want to elect for president.
You see that?
Go
calling him out as a drug baron in London street. The person they are giving red carpet treatment. It's a drug lord.
You are a drug baron. Tinubu of Nigeria, you are a drug baron. Tinubu of Nigeria, you are a drug baron. Tinubu, stop killing Nigerians. Tinubu, stop killing Nigerians. The first president of Nigeria is a terrorist. The first president of Nigeria is a terrorist.
They don't want to hear it. They don't care.
The first president of Nigeria is a terrorist.
They don't care. They don't care. People are there protesting his madness, his involvement in crime, involvement in the genocide of the Christians, and yet the British don't care. They are rolling out a red carpet for him. They don't care. They don't care. You can imagine a criminal in that form, somebody who is a known criminal, an international one at that, not just a local one, and they are giving him a presidential treatment. They are giving him a presidential treatment, and they don't want us to talk. They want us to keep quiet and pretend all is well. Mad people everywhere. He will continue to face his royal disgrace over there in the UK. The royal disgrace will continue to follow him. Anywhere he goes, we will give him that royal disgrace that he rightly deserves.
Who is a drug baron? Which mandate do you want? We want to elect for president.
Don't know why
Tinubu, go and
a country will host a drug baron.
America. Tinubu, go
And they are giving him a presidential treatment. Rolling out a red carpet. They don't care. The only thing, what it means is that they don't care.
Tinubu of Nigeria, you are a drug baron.
We don't care.
Tinubu,
It is in our hands
stop
to fight
killing
for freedom.
Nigerians.
And And that is why we are fighting for our freedom. Because only us can free ourselves. We are the ones that will free ourselves. Nobody will free us. If we don't free ourselves, we will remain slaves in that historical world. That's the man they are hosting. A drug baron. That is the person they are giving this presidential treatment. You can imagine how they are hosting a criminal in the UK. When we say that UK, United Kingdom, is part of everything that is happening in Nigeria, some of you don't believe it. Can you even believe? Among all the presidents you have seen in Nigeria, this is the worst. Tinubu is even worse than Buhari. Tinubu is worse than Buhari, but imagine it is that same man that they decided to go and give him a presidential honor, roll out red carpet for him. Imagine an illegitimate president. What has he done? Nigeria is falling. Nigeria is falling. Christians are dying. A country of communities. And yet, nobody cares. In the midst of all that, look at what they are doing to the president. The president cannot see the other. While they are here celebrating a criminal president, people are dying in Nigeria. Look at the dead man walking. Look at them. They don't care about anybody. And this is country that claims to be independent. Does this show that Nigeria is independent? All their governors left Nigeria. All the ministers left Nigeria. They came to London. To United Kingdom have already handed their country over to Israel. They have already handed their which is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If not, why would this man host Tinubu at this critical point in time? And he never mentioned anything about Christian genocide. Giving them VIP treatment, giving them red carpet treatment, without mentioning the critical problem. Insecurity in Nigeria was not mentioned. Something that the whole world is talking about, except the British. Only Britain is not concerned about the security of life and property in Nigeria. Only the UK. The same way they turn a blind eyes to the kidnap of Mazen Nanikara from Kenya, it doesn't concern them. Their citizen that is holding their passport, who swear and put an allegiance to them, kidnapped from Kenya, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. Convicted with unknown law, non-existing law, convicted with non-existing law, jailed and transferred to their headquarters. The headquarters of the British is Sokoto. And the British did nothing. They said nothing about a man that is holding their passport. They said nothing. Instead, they are here celebrating. Instead, they are here hosting the perpetrator of those evil, the people who are holding the evil, making sure that that evil continues. It is sad and shameful. Very sad and shameful. This is very sad and shameful. And when we come online and we tell you that British is part of the problem in Nigeria, some of you think it's just we are just blabbing. It's noise making. It is a fact, whether you like it or you don't like it. It is a bitter truth. But whether you like it or you don't like it, we must continue to tell that truth. We must continue to expose that truth. That the British is the major problem you have in Nigeria. They are the orchestrator of the problem, and they are the ones that is making sure that enslavement, that problem remains. They are the one holding people ransom by fire, by force. They don't want you to walk away. They are the ones who is holding the entire nation captive. They are the one holding the entire nation captive. The British. In case you do not know, now you know. And that is why we must not look back. We must continue to call them out anytime, any day, and continue to call on the entire world to hear our voice, to get out of this zoological republic.
The patient of Eid al-Fitr in Nigeria and across the world, I can only wish you and the millions of Muslims in our countries Eid Mubarak. And in doing so, let me propose a toast to the President and people of Nigeria. Niger no day carry last.
Now, look, this is all well and good, but can I just say, King Charles acknowledged the Muslim leader's sacrifice during Ramadan in today's state banquet speech. Now, this comes amid a backdrop of yesterday's news, which is calls for the king to cancel his trip to America because there's a war with Iran and President Trump is a very bad man, OK? In Nigeria, 3,500 Christians have been slaughtered by Islamists for their belief, an actual genocide taking place there. Within the last year or so, right? That is obviously not coming up in this meeting, is it? And whilst the Nigerian president and the regime deny vehemently they're involved, they have faced significant criticism from international leaders and human rights groups about their lack of effort to prevent the slaughter of Christians by Islamist groups. Yep. Why are we welcoming this guy with open arms? Why isn't King Charles calling it out?
Well, we have two-tier justice, evidently, in Britain. I think we also have two-tier international relations, Patrick, that we appear to hold different countries to different standards. So kind of orange man bad means that we can't possibly go and talk to Donald Trump. But Nigeria, no questions asked. Even on Keir Starmer's recent visit to China, we didn't manage to get, I don't think the Jimmy Lai case was raised, even though he's a British citizen. So there is not an equal application of standards. Now, I would engage pretty much with all countries. North Korea and Iran might be the exceptions. But if you are going to engage with them, I think you should be very clear where you believe they are letting down humanity.
I think you have to take the bigger picture with Nigeria, because this has just come out of the blue to us. Why Nigeria? It's not just on a whim. You said you can't believe that he's going to raise this issue of the 3,500 Christians. This may be the very reason they brought him here, soft power, state banquet and all of that, in a way of getting in there and saying, look, what the hell's going on? You've got to stop this.
It's interesting because King Charles is the leader of the Church of England, and if as a prominent, one of the most prominent Christian figures in the world,
he is
not
not
throwing your arms around the leader.
Stop saying that nonsense. King Charles is not a Christian; he is a Muslim. That is a fact. He is. King Charles is not a Christian. If he's a Christian, the Christian genocide has been going on. The entire world has spoken about it. Vatican has spoken about it. Every well-meaning Christian has talked about it. But this man, even in his speech on the visit of the person that is perpetrating evil, he never mentioned Christian genocide. How can somebody be describing King Charles as a Christian? That is my problem with this Western media. They paint things what they are not, as if we are dumb. We don't have senses again. Yeah? They talk as if we don't have common sense. How do you describe King Charles as a Christian? He's not. He's not. Has never been. From his actions, his behaviors, he's not. In the visit of Tinubu, Ramadan has not come yet. Eid al-Fitr has not happened. And yet, he congratulated all the Muslims in Nigeria. wish them even infiltrate, and forget to talk about the Christians that are facing genocide in Nigeria. And he says he's a Christian. He remembered to congratulate Nigerian Muslims for their Eid al-Fitr, but he never remembered to mention about the Christian genocide that is going on. That is still happening even as we speak. And somebody still in the studio and described me as a Christian. This is my problem with this Western media, because they don't face the fact. They paint things what they are not.
Charles is the leader of the Church of England, and you know, if as a prominent, one of the most prominent Christian figures in the world, to be throwing your arms around the leader of a country that is currently seeing the mass slaughter of Christians, and to deliver a speech there that basically almost entirely focuses on Ramadan. I just find
that's fair enough.
He never spoke about the loss of life, but he turned his speech to Ramadan. His speech was just about Ramadan. He never spoke about the Christian genocide that is happening, that everybody is seeing, that has prompted the United States to make Nigeria a country of particular concern, that even Vatican has spoken about. But he never mentioned it in his speech. He never mentioned it in his speech. And here you are, addressing him as a Christian. He is not. Has never been. The same way he's persecuting the Christians in the UK. You cannot preach in the street of UK. You cannot preach. But the Muslims are praying on the street. They are calling for their prayers with their speakers, loud, in a Christian, supposedly Christian country. In a supposedly Christian country. But it is obvious that they have been taken over, and they are forcing every other person to join them in that idiocy. But we will not join them. We will not. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We are going to continue to fight on until we are free.
If Israel was somehow involved in this, it would be on the front page of every newspaper. No disrespect, no Jews, no news. And that is the case with this. This is a genocide happening in Nigeria, and there's only a few commentators that want to talk about it. I'm one of them that will speak about it online. People are too scared to. Why?
What about the genocide in Sudan? Nobody talks about that.
But surely,
Not even you, Adam.
Surely anyone who is OK with this Nigerian banquet has to be completely OK with the king going to the USA, right? Completely OK with it. No questions asked.
Look, I agree with that completely. There we go. Right, look, we'll cover this more a bit later on. No doubt it'll be on one of the front pages. But look, just before I tell you what else we've got on, it is time for the great...
It is a shame. It is a shame that in the United Kingdom they are having such a banquet for a criminal, a country of particular concern, where Muslims are murdered, where Christians are killed in large number. And this man pretend to be a Christian, King Charles. Pretend to be a Christian. UK pretended to be a Christian country. But none of the issue was mentioned. He was busy congratulating Nigerians on Ramadan. He ignored the Christian genocide completely. He never mentioned it. What does that tell you? That the British is the orchestrator of the terrorism that is happening in Nigeria. It benefits them. It serves them right. That is why they don't talk about it. They do not care about it. And it doesn't matter how long you cry. Cry from today to tomorrow. They will never change their stand. This is what you continue to see. They will never change their stand. It is shameful and it is sad. Imagine a country of particular concern is being celebrated in the UK, rolling out all the red carpet for them, giving them all the VIP treatment. What for? Among all the regimes in Nigeria, this has been the worst regime ever confessed by the worst regime. Yet, the British chose the worst regime to celebrate. It takes you a lot. And they don't care about it. They care about anybody that's ready to play ball with them and make sure that there are resources. Look at that witch. Look at that witch. Look at this witch. Look at her. Look at that witch. Look at that witch. Look at her. This witch here. I hope you know her. This is the witch that claimed to be the wife of our eternal leader. Look at her. Look at her, she's there. The witch that is in the front line of every propaganda and blackmail against us. Look at her there. Bianca Ono. That is Bianca Ono you are seeing there. Look at them. All the criminals, all the idiots, all the backstabbers, they are all working for the British. Look at her. Look at her there. Look at her. People who are working for British, look at her. They are the ones. Yes. Receiving pyramid. All the bunch of criminals. Most of them have been indicted in one criminal case or the other. Look at it. Taking a presidential reception in the UK. They don't care about you. And that is why Nigeria is illegitimate. If you think anybody will come and redeem Nigeria for you, you are wasting your time. And that is why the Biafrans will continue to demand our freedom. We will continue to demand our freedom. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they say. We will continue to demand our freedom. Because Nigeria is not meant for anybody. The United Kingdom have shown that they are part of the enslavement of the people. They are part of the enslavement of the people. And we will never relent. We will continue to speak. We will continue to talk. We will continue to fight for our freedom. And I thank you that the Biafrans are on the street speaking. We're on the street. And we will never stop. This is to confirm to you that the British is part of every single thing that is happening in Nigeria. Not because we just say it, but it is the truth. Something is deeply wrong. There is something deeply wrong. A country blessed with talents, resources, and diversities, yet drowning in insecurity, drowning in mistrust, drowning in division. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? And one question keep echoing louder every single day. One question keep echoing louder every single day. Why does it always seem like the Igbo people are the target? Why is it that the Igbo people are always the target? Why? Do you ask yourself, why is it that the Igbo people are always the target? Why the constant accusation against the Igbos? Why the repeated blackmail against the Igbos? Why the dangerous narrative that continue to spread like wildfire against us, the Igbos? We will try as much as possible to uncover this and discuss it. Because whatever we are about to uncover, many people are afraid to say out loud. We will say them. You know, in this platform, those things they don't want us to say, that is what we say. Those things they don't want to hear, that is what we tell them here, and they must listen and they must hear. Let us begin with honesty. Nigeria is not just facing a problem. Nigeria is facing a crisis of identity. Nigeria is facing a crisis of identity. We are told we are one nation. But are we truly united? Is there anything called unity in Nigeria? Is there anything called Nigeria at all? There's not. Nobody is a Nigerian. Look around you. Look around. Ethnic suspicion, religious tension, political manipulation. Communities no longer trust each other in that zoological republic. But the UK don't care about this. The United Kingdom do not care. They are busy celebrating the people that are perpetrating this evil. When trust disappears, fear takes over. When fear takes over, hatred begins to grow. And when hatred grows, the nation begins to crack from within. The crack in the zoological republic is irreparable. It is irreparable. It is irreparable. This is the reality many people are living in every single day. So the question is not just, is Nigeria united? That's not the question. The real question is, was Nigeria ever truly united in the first place? The question is not just, is Nigeria united? That is the wrong question. The real question should be, was Nigeria ever truly united in the first place? This is the question. But who is ready to answer this question? Nobody. The people that are supposed to answer this question, look at them celebrating idiocy. Look at them celebrating stupidity. The people that are supposed to answer this question, look at them celebrating madness. Celebrating madness. Celebrating atrocities that have been committed against the innocent. That is what the UK is celebrating with Tinubu. That is what the United Kingdom is celebrating with Tinubu. And how do you explain this? I ask you, how do you explain this? Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The Igbo people. A group known for resilience. The Igbos. Group known for resilience. For entrepreneurship. For rebuilding from nothing. Yet, constantly surrounded by suspicion. Why? Do you ask yourself? Ask yourself, why is it that the Igbo people, a group known for resilience, for entrepreneurship, for rebuilding from nothing, yet constantly surrounded by suspicion? Why? Have you ever asked yourself, have you ever thought about that? Why is it so easy to blame the Igbo man? Why is it so easy and simple, so easy to blame an Igbo man? Why is it so easy to attach negative labels to the Igbo people? Why? Why is it so easy? Everything that is negative, it is very easy to be attached to the Igbos. Why? I want us to be real in this program today. Let us be real. As Tinubu and King Charles are planning their evil in the United Kingdom, let us talk. Let's be real. Narratives are powerful. Don't play with it. Narratives are powerful. If you repeat something long enough, people begin to believe it. That is what the Igbos are suffering today. You see, that is the reason why it is important that we come online. That is the only reason I come online every day, because of this wrong narrative. It is not for any position, not for anything, not for you to like me or hate. It is to speak so that the international communities will hear our part of the story and know that this narrative they are pushing against us are wrong. There are so many wrong narratives out there that we need to fight. That is why I urge you to share my program. When I'm coming here and shouting and crying for you to share and let us reach out. It is not for any ratting. It is for us to engage this narrative. Narratives are powerful. Narrative. Don't take it for a joke. Narratives are powerful. Look at Igbo coup. More than 5 million people lost their life. Only just yesterday, because of that wrong narrative. Just yesterday, we begin to realize that it was never an Igbo coup. Confession begin to come. Narratives are powerful. If you repeat something long enough, people begin to believe it. That is our situation. We must continue to speak no matter how many times we have chance. Speak. And over time, those narratives become accepted as truth, even when they are not. That is what we are facing. So many narratives preached against us. People begin to accept it as truth. Meanwhile, they are live for the pit of hell. That is why today, King Charles is hosting a drug baron in the UK of all people. And they never mention anything about the genocide of the Christians, let alone the suffering of the Biafrans. Can never, ever come to the table. These same people, they made sure that the Biafran genocide is not mentioned anywhere. The same people. Narratives are powerful.
Narrative are powerful. That is why you must join in. Every one of us, we are member of media. Forget gossiping, forget attack, forget your personal hatred. Share the information, share so that others can hear it. Narrative are powerful. When you repeat it over and over again, even if it is a lie, people will begin to believe that true, even when they know it is not. This is how misinformation works, in case you don't know. This is how division is sustained. They divide us among us, and they sustain it with narrative propaganda. That is why when I saw the Biafrans in London protesting, I don't care who they are. I don't care the group they belong. But as far as the presence of the Biafran people is seen in a large number, with that same one flag, when you see two flags, Biafran flag is one. Biafran flag is one, not two. Biafran flag is one. As long as I see that flag flying over ahead, I am 100% satisfied. That is all I want to see. That is my concern. That is what I want to see. I want to see that flag flying. I don't care where it's coming from. Whoever, any group that can be able to make it to London and do that, I appreciate them. And I say, may Chukwu be my guide and protect every one of them individually. We are all one. It does not matter where you belong. It doesn't matter the group you belong. It doesn't matter. We are all one, and we are pursuing one thing. Our flag is one purpose. We must crush this evil narrative. Because when people are divided, they are easier to control. So we must ask, who benefits from this narrative, this evil narrative they're pushing against the Igbos? Who benefits? Who is benefiting from the evil narrative against the Igbos? It is the British. Who gains when one group is constantly misunderstood? Who gains? These are uncomfortable questions, but these are necessary questions we need to ask every single time. Anybody, any one of us, Biafran and non-Biafrans, whether wherever you are and you're watching this program, these are important questions you need to ask yourself. Who benefits from the narratives? Who gain when one group is constantly misunderstood? These are uncomfortable questions, and we must begin to ask and demand answers to these uncomfortable questions. No matter how uncomfortable it is, we must begin to ask and demand answers. Let's talk about the insecurity. Across the country, communities are living in fear. People are afraid to travel, afraid to speak, afraid to even trust their neighbor. That is the nature of Nigeria today. But in the speech of King Charles, he never mentioned anything in his speech. He was busy congratulating Nigeria for Ramadan. Are you not going to be alive before you conduct your Ramadan? In this Ramadan, many Muslims have lost their lives in Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria. The attack is still going up, the kidnapping is still going up in a very high level. Are you not going to be talking of life? Why is it that it has come to the level that they no longer value human life? In a sane country, Tinubu should have cancelled this visit. In a sane country, Tinubu should have cancelled the visit. And in a same situation, the United Kingdom has no business inviting a drug baron to celebrate him and give him this kind of red carpet treatment. And yet, instead of solving the root problems, we see blame being shifted. Finger pointing, accusation, distraction. But here is the truth. Insecurity does not grow in unity. It grew in division. Nigeria is not one, has never been one, and will never be one. Terror strives where there is confusion. Violence strives where there is mistrust. All these are present in Nigeria without a solution. So instead of asking which tribe is responsible, we should be asking Why has the system failed to protect everyone equally? Why? Why has the system failed to protect everyone equally? Look at now. The King Charles have asked and congratulate the Muslims for their fasting, for their Ramadan, but failed to recognize the death of the Christians that is being talked about all over the world. Is that not a double standard? Is that not a double standard? You were able to congratulate them for their Ramadan. What about the Christians that are dying, that are crying, that genocide is committed against? You never mentioned it. You pretend it didn't happen. You pretend they don't exist. It is sad. And now let us address a topic that many are afraid to touch. The topic that kept our people, you are seeing there now protesting. Self-determination. Self-determination is the elephant in the room. Self-determination, that is why we are going around in the streets of London. Self-determination, that is why you are seeing what you are seeing on the screen. Self-determination. That is the elephant in the room. Around the world, communities have asked, how do we govern ourselves? That is our question. How do we protect our identity? That is our question. How do we ensure our safety and future? That is the question every Biafra is asking. These are not new questions. But here is the key. Self-determination is a conversation, not a weapon. But Nigeria term our self-determination as war. They tag it as being violence. They blackmail it. They talk down on it. Self-determination is a conversation, not a weapon. It is a discussion about governance, about representation, about dignity. That is the discussion we present. But Nigeria called us terrorists because of this discussion. Nigeria called us terrorists because of this discussion. And whether people agree or disagree, the conversation itself cannot be ignored. You can't ignore our self-determination, never. Because when people feel unheard, they begin to look for alternatives. And when those voices are silenced, frustration grows even louder, like in our case. The more they ignore us, the more our voice gets louder. The more they ignore us, the more we go louder. So, when do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Do we continue blaming each other? Do we continue spreading narrative that divide us? Or do we pause and ask ourselves, what kind of future do we actually want? Because the truth is simple. No nation survives on hatred. No society grows on division. If there must be a way forward, it must begin with honest conversation, accountability, and mutual respect for each other. Even among us Biafrans, we must learn to have honest conversation, accountability, mutual respect, not propaganda, not fear, not blackmail, but truth. That is why I have always said, in everything that you are doing in the course of this journey, make sure you stand on the truth. It doesn't matter who art with God. It doesn't matter who is concerned. Make sure you are speaking the truth. Make sure you are speaking the truth. Question everything. Think deeply. Think deeply at all times. Biafrans, you that are my fellow Biafrans, we should think deeply at all times. We should question everything that we see. Refuse to accept narrative without understanding them. Something you don't understand, don't talk about it. Don't accept something just because your friend said it, your brother said it, your leader said it, or your lover said it. No. You must understand a narrative before you accept it. If you don't understand it, don't accept it. Because the future of our nation depends on the awareness of its people. The nation Biafra we are seeking. Nobody is going to stop us. No human being will stop us, no matter how they try. No matter how they try. Do you believe unity is still possible? It is. Unity of purpose among us. Unity of purpose among us. We must hold it for us to survive. Because these people you are seeing here, they are not giving up. And I thank you, that Biafrans show their presence here.
A royal salute. He deserves a royal disgrace. Yes, that is our stand. Today being 18th of March. Today being 18th of March 2026. Tinubu should come and collect his royal disgrace. Not royal salute.
Disgrace. That is what he deserves. Absolutely.
Tinubu do not deserve a royal salute. For we are
never.
Now who dash am royal salute? I go collect royal salute. When Nnamdi Kanu, he put on Nnamdi Kanu for prison. They can't collect royal salute. Now who dash am? Now royal disgrace. I go collect.
A British citizen.
Royal disgrace. Tinubu, come and collect your royal disgrace. IPOB is here to give you your royal woto.
Your
royal
disgrace.
Royal disgrace woto.
You are celebrating.
Not to IPOB is here live and direct. Tinubu should come and collect the royal disgrace he deserves. One upper royal disgrace God deserve, bro. Huh? In London is not America, where he's paying $9 million to bribe his way out of Christian genocide. Christian genocide is going on in Nigeria, and Tinubu is here in London to collect royal salutes. Papa way in house the bonfire. In the pursue rats. Tinubu na Papa way in house the bonfire. In the pursue rats. Eh? What a disgrace. What a disgrace. What a disgrace of a country of a particular concern. Respect. Country of particular concern. Papa way in house the bonfire. In the pursue rats. Then be Tinubu. Then they massacre people from Meduguri. He's here in UK. Shameless vampire. Huh? How can they be massacring people in Meduguri? And they are here to collect. Royal salute. We die here together. Wait, Tinubu. Come and collect your royal disgrace. That's what you deserve. IPOB is here. IPOB, they here. Yes, sir. IPOB is here live and direct. Yeah. I never see anything. IPOB, other things are go scatter. All these people you see, the IPOB, now just small fraction now that they see. Small fraction all that they see. Chile Keve. There was somebody ever. Yes, so Biafra, respect my people. As you can see, we are live. IPOB is live. No going back until Biafra is restored. I tell ya. What a beautiful flag. Zoo flag is only green, white, and green. F9 flag. F9. No any effort to make flag look like flag. Look how colorful this flag is. The flag of Biafra. Oh my God. I love Biafra die. Nigeria is not an option one. That's why I'm holding on to.
That is it. It is good you look at things because it is so disgraceful. It is so disgraceful that Tinubu is getting such a criminal that we all know to be a criminal. A man that should be serving jail time. A man that should be in jail. That is the person they are celebrating in London. It is sad. It is sad. It is so sad. People that don't have anything to offer. Nothing good has come out of them. Nothing good has come out of them. But all the time they are given platform to come and spread their madness, spread their idiocy, to come and spread their stupidity. And nobody sees anything wrong in that. It is so sad. It is so sad. But no matter what happens, my joy is that the Biafran people are making their voice heard. We are making our voice heard, and the presence of Biafra is felt in London. It is very important. Very, very important, because that was where Mazin Nnamdi Kanu started. That was where Mazin Nnamdi Kanu started. So it is important that our presence is shown. So when I saw the presence of the IPOB there, I was glad to see them there. As I always say, I don't care the group where you belong. I don't care who you claim to support. But what matters to me is to make sure that the name of Biafra continues to fly high. Make sure that we are not relegated to the background. Release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. The protest is going on. The protest is going on in London. So they can't pretend it's not happening. This is a British citizen. A British citizen. And yet, you can imagine, the man that imprisoned their citizens, who went to Kenya and kidnapped him. The man is the person they are hosting, giving him a red carpet treatment. The man the United Nations told to release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. They refused. They refused. The man that jailed their citizen with non-existent law. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was jailed with non-existent law. And yet, they didn't see anything wrong in it. You didn't see anything wrong in it. That is madness. Jail with non-existent law. And you don't see anything wrong in it. Only a criminal will not see anything wrong with this. Only a criminal. Only a criminal will not see anything wrong. But to those genuine people, we have seen that everything is wrong with the hosting of Tinubu in the UK. And that is why I appreciate everyone that have made their presence seen. Everyone that have made themselves known. I appreciate every one of them. And I thank Chukwu Okike, who has made it possible for us to stand up to this minute. We will continue to speak. We will continue to talk. We will continue to ask for our freedom. It doesn't matter how long they delay us. It doesn't matter how many blackmail or propaganda they push. It doesn't matter how much they lobby, because we know they will continue to lobby. Their lobby will not stop us. We cannot stop asking for our freedom. because of their lobby. Never. We cannot stop asking for our freedom because of their lobby. The more they lobby, the more they give us reason to ask for our freedom. The more they lobby, the more they give us reason to fight for our freedom, and we will continue to fight until we are free. So wherever you are, we all have a duty. There is no other way out. When you look at what is happening in London today, you will understand that there is no way, there is no shortcut to be free in Nigeria. There is no shortcut to be free. The only way to be free in Nigeria is for you to get out of it. For as long as you continue to pretend to be part of this madness, you will be held captive in it. As long as you continue to pretend to be part of this madness, you'll be held captive. For everyone that participated to show their face, to make sure that this very protest hold. I appreciate every one of you. This is not about an individual. This is not about a group, about a person. It is about our identity. It is about our plight. And when it comes to protests, IPOB have been doing a great job from inception, from how Mazen can establish it. When it comes to protests, they do it exceptionally well. So I give it to them. I give it to them. Whichever group that is doing it, IPOB is still under Mazen Nandekam. And every one of us, we are IPOB, even though we know there are some disgruntled groups. But that is not why we're here. Why we're here today is to register our presence, register our disapproval of the continuous incarceration of Mazen Nandekam, of the continued occupation of our land by these terrorists. That is why we're here. And we will continue to protest. We will continue to speak. We will continue to talk, whether they like it or not. We will continue to make our voice heard, no matter how difficult it is, no matter the kind of lobby they do, no matter the amount they spend in lobbying. We will not be deterred. We will never give up. We are going to match them head on until Biafra is completely and totally free. Is it possible? 100% possible. It is more than possible. We are going to be free. It doesn't matter how long they delay it. They can continue, the British can continue their manipulation. We know that that is part of the reason they invited the drug baron to Asoro. Part of the reason they invited the drug baron in Asoro. That is the reason they invited the drug baron in Asoro. All these things to start. But I love the fact that Biafrans registered their presence to let them know that we are not backing down. Because after creating so many divisions, after creating so many factions, they feel that we are weakened. They feel we cannot do this anymore. But I bet you, when I see the way Biafrans they roll out in large numbers, it speaks volume. It speaks volume. It is very important, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that Biafrans came out in large number. I appreciate the fact that Biafrans showed them that we are not backing down. That the indigenous people of Biafra are standing strong. And we have already taken our part. We have made our choice. That it is either Biafra or nothing. There is no going back. There is no going back. It doesn't matter how they do it. It doesn't matter where they go. It doesn't matter the angle or the direction they push it. There is no going back. It is either Biafra or nothing. That is a choice that we have made. And we are going to stand on that choice. 101%. 101%. We will continue to demand for the unconditional release of the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi we will continue to demand for the unconditional release of the Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can't hold us captive. You can't hold us down and stop us from crying. You can't beat a child and tell that child not to cry. It is impossible. It is unacceptable. And I appreciate the fact that we made it clear. Both the deaf and the dumb, they had it, and they had it very, very clear. Nigeria is not for anybody. Nigeria is not meant for any one of us. And we reject them. The same way they don't want to see us, we don't want to be part of them. We have said it in clear terms that we will not be part of them. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. So we must continue. Like and share this program and invite other people. As I said before, our platform has been hijacked. David Harvard channel has been hijacked. This is where we broadcast. I can see my brother Gerard there. My brother Gerard Dike. I can see you there. I see Kenneth Chukwu Ora. I see Kenneth Chukwu there. I can see David Weather there. Everyone that have been here, please, as you join, you like the program and you share so that others can know where we are broadcasting. We cannot broadcast on our usual platform because of the platform has been hijacked. So we are trying as much as we can to retrieve the platform again until when we retrieve it before we can be able to broadcast it. So meanwhile, before we retrieve it, we will continue to broadcast here. And also we broadcast on Chuk Survivor channel. These are the two places we will be broadcasting until we resolve the problem that we are having. That's the penalty we have to pay in this cause of Biafra. They attack us right, left, and center. The attack is coming from friends, from foes, even from our fellow Biafrans. But we will not give up. That does not mean that we will give up. That doesn't mean that we will forget what we are doing and do something else. No. We will continue to do the little we can as we have always been doing until our freedom is secured. No matter how difficult it is, we will continue to make our little contributions and look forward for better days ahead because we know there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's no doubt. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and that is why the enemy is fighting so hard, trying to make sure that our voice is not heard. But no matter how they try, they can only try, but they can't stop us. We are unstoppable. As said by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is absolutely true. We are unstoppable. So as we proceed, before we go into the media updates that we're going to be from the Nigerian media updates, so let us have this very intro before we go into the media update, as always on our last section.
Don't follow for God, they say Tinubu don't follow for God. Tinubu don't follow for God. He want to take it tax to chop off our head. Senate House fall and the criminals, country military fall and the terrorists, injustice, Omotosha forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God. Him and GFCC put leg for shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God. Cause Donald Trump don't come to Machamo. Hingo matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God. They make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Thank you. Welcome back. So let us just take some update that we have in the media before we round up the program, as we always do every day. So we're going to the media update now on what they have there. This one says, Meduguri bombings, AAC party asks Tinubu Defense Minister Musa to tender resignation for incompetence. Musa will never be different now. Is it not the same Musa that had been there? It's the same Musa. I said it when they took him to be a minister. It's just the same game, the same old people. What he didn't do as chief of army staff, he's not going to do it. He can't do anything. Newly promoted police ASP with 25 years service petition IGP Disu over unjust promotion date. So, Nigeria is better without Tinubu. TIB movement protest at Windsor Castle. Of course. But the UK don't care. They know that Nigeria is better without a drug baron, but they don't care. Do they care? They don't care. After protest uproar, police rearrest escaped kidnap suspect in Oyo, detain culpable officers. It's not new. IGP Disu presents 2.4 billion check to family of fallen police officer. Promises improve welfare. Kano government backs Emir Sanusi 2, despite APC Ganduje political alliance, confirmed he will lead. Yes. Kano government backs Emir. Those I beg. Government abduct 4 cocoa farmers at Research Institute in Ibadan. More kidnapping. That is the order of the day. In Yoruba land, more especially. There is no remedy. And trouble is in the UK. They will never ask him about the kidnapping. Just like they never mentioned the Christian genocide. They will not ask him. They are busy rolling out red carpet for him. Saudi Arabia fixes Friday for Eid al-Fitr as Nigerian Muslim await Sultan final declaration. Friday, is it not tomorrow? Look at this one. One go thief high tension wire. Man killed while attempting to steal transformer cable in Enugu. Good for him. Relentless pressure on terrorists remains the pathway for Nigeria by Samuel Arwa. They are not ready to give them pressure. Give pressure, okay? Are they not the terrorists? Terrorists, they give terrorists pressure. No. Anambra man calls on IGP Disu to probe hypertensive murder death after police raid. Coco. They don't care about you. Ambrose Ali University wants students to rectify personal details before graduation. Court admits statement of ex-Governor Yahya Bello's cousin, Ali Suleiman, in 10 billion fraud case. So, a 2 years old Nigerian man sentenced to 12 years for forgery in Delta. 82 years. 82 years old man. And a life sentence this one. A 2 years old man. Old man sentenced to 12 years for forgery in Delta. A life sentence, 82 years, stay 12 years again. You know, a life sentence for him now. African Union condemned deadly Maiduguri suicide bombing, seeks global support for Nigeria. Nonsense. This African Union is the worst, the most useless organization I have ever seen. African Union, the most useless organization I have ever seen. Rubbish. You are calling for global support for Nigeria, and you are standing against US pronouncement of Christian genocide. You never see anything. Mad people everywhere with their double standard. IGP Disu order receipt promotion exam for senior police officer. Relax petition IGP over alleged wrongful dismissal of 2 police officers who refused bribe after uncovering criminal network. VIP Shetima arrives in Maiduguri for assessment condolence visit after bombing killed 23, injured over 100. Shetima, is he not the one that the one that created the Boko Haram now? He's the one that created the Boko Haram. What is he coming there to do? British MP Corbyn files Gaza Tribunal report with ICC, alleged UK complicit in war crime genocide. The UK has already complicit. The case of Biafra, they were complicit. Any place that is war, UK is indicted, they are complicit. So it is not a new thing. It's not a new thing. God will still probe them in that case of Biafra genocide. Cross River Governor Otu orders political appointees eyes 2027 election to resign by March 26. AAC call for Tinubu Defense Minister Musa resignation over deadly Maiduguri bombing. Musa resign again. Abia lecturer accuses OPM founder of orchestrating unlawful police detention over kingship dispute. How do you? This man don't come from pastor to king now. US-based Nigerian influencer launches GoFundMe amid legal battle with MFM church leader DK Olukoya. Court reject APC adjournment application on Osun LGA tenure dispute. Reserve judgment for May 21. Media group CG condemned brutal assault of NTA reporter by Nigerian governor security aides. US imposes $15,000 visa bond on travelers from 12 new countries, including Ethiopia and Tunisia. Reno Omokri, Femi Fanikayode, A Tale of Two Shameless Friends by Are Asorum. Of course, it's a very good one. A Tale of Two Shameless Friends. Very shameless. Very, very shameless. Court jail 80 years old for stealing pregnant goat. Illegal gun possession in Kaduna. Still pregnant goat. Senegal has rights to appeal. No country will be favored. CAF president on AFCON final controversy. Nigerian woman, 2 children killed in Texas auto crash as truck burst into flame. Rest in peace. Venezuela President Rodriguez sacks powerful defense minister Padrino in major military shakeup. They are not human. Vice President Shetima called Boko Haram monster after deadly Borno attack. Now you were part of the people that created it. Is it not that you know they are monster? After you have used them to achieve vice president position, you now know that they are monster. I wish they can capture you in that Borno where you are, but they will not because you are still sponsoring them in one way or the other. You are still sponsoring them. That is why you are negotiating for them. Iran hit world's largest liquefied natural gas export hub in Qatar. Interior Ministry says. Nigerian troops recover ISWAP notebook detailing attack plans, rules, weapons, allocations. Rules, weapons allocation. Okay. What? We wouldn't do anything with it. Even after you recover those, you wouldn't do anything with it. 2 cocoa farmers rescued, 3 suspects arrested following kidnap at Ibadan Research Institute, Oyo. U.S. intelligence contradicts Trump's war justification, says Iran not rebuilding nuclear program. CDHR urges Nigerian police to comply with court ruling, affirming citizen rights to recall officers. Lawyers lament secret transfer of fundamental rights suit against Anambra governors from Abuja to Oka. You see? That is what they do. All this bunch of criminals, all these criminals in this Tinubu government. Look at them. Look at it. Say Igbo. Look at the Igbo smoker. The Igbo smoker that is busy attacking the traditional norms of the Igbos. Look at him. Lawyer lament secret transfer of fundamental rights suit against Anambra governor from Abuja to Oka. They secretly transferred the case to Oka where he can be able to manipulate the case that was in Abuja. They went on the ground and pushed it to Oka. That is what they do. Where he can manipulate. Tinubu seeks UK support to fight terrorism, strengthen security partnership. Nonsense. Arrant nonsense. Saudi, UAE, 11 other Arab Islamic nations condemn Iran's deliberate missile drone attacks, Israel expansionism. Trump distances U.S. from Israeli strike on Iran's largest gas hub, says Washington was not informed. Man loses 4 sons who went to buy eyeglasses for Salah in Maiduguri blast. See? That's how they kill themselves. Police may withdraw from Osun Council Secretariat as IGP Disu review role in political disputes. They always have a role. Nigeria fought in global terrorism. Nigeria fought in global terrorism index. Report largest death toll increase amid global decline. That's all. That's all. So this one. So as a policeman caught in bribery. When they collect, they are in the road, blocking road and collecting a gunje from people. And somebody captured him. They told him to bring all the money. Nigerian, bring all the money. Bring all the money that you collected from people. Look at idiot. Viral video. Senior Nigerian police officer catches junior colleague extorting motorist. See the money, all the money you collect from motorists here. Senior police officer don't catch him. That senior one now because don't be him boys. Don't be his own boys, they can't use them shine. If now your own boys really give a return now, you know go do that thing where you do. See the money where they collect from motorists. They pack for a pocket. They leave what they could do. Leave terrorists where they go pursue. They collect money from people. Mad people everywhere. Trump admin moves to trip. Trump admin moves to strip Nigeria born fraudster of U.S. citizenship over 91 million tax scam. Trump admin moves to strip Nigerian born fraudster of U.S. citizenship over 91 million tax scam. You are playing with Trump. Senior Nigerian police officer catches junior colleague extorting motorists, order him to empty cash. Now, so we'll see him. We'll see the video. Mad people. We have gadgets to track your calls. Niger Governor Bago vowed to go after bandit informants. Go and sit down. Now, bandit informants, you go track. Why not track the bandits themselves? Why not track the bandits themselves? You are threatening the informant. Why not? That's technology where you use to track the informant. Is it not the same technology they use to track the bandit themselves? You will not, because they are working for you people. You will not. FCT private school owners protest multiple taxation under Wike as Abuja court adjourn suit. I think that is all we have for today, the update we have for today. So we appreciate everyone that have been able to join us. Please like and share this program. If you have not yet shared it, like and share it so that other people will know where we are broadcasting now. Because as I said before, our main channel is under attack. Our main channel that we used to broadcast has been hijacked. So this is where we are broadcasting now. This is where we are broadcasting. So wherever you are, if you join us, share to all your platforms, share to family and friends, share to anyone that you know that would like to be with us and hear our voice. Share this program to them. Very important. Very important. That is the only way we can reach out. Because you know the battle we are facing, we are getting attacked from every side, outside, inside, from Nigeria government, from Biafran people, from even friends. So they have been able to attack our platform, and we have been fighting for some days now to get the platform back. We have not yet succeeded, but I believe by the grace of Chukwu Okike, we will continue to fight until we take back our platform. So like and share this program so that others can get the information, so they can join us early tomorrow on our next program. So, or in the evening. I'm still going to broadcast here in the evening. So if you are free in the evening, join us in the evening so that we can be able to spread out and be able to reach out to people who need to reach out to. It is very important. Very important. This is not the time to hide. This is not the time to run away. This is not the time to be discouraged. So no matter what they are doing to discourage us, we will not allow it to succeed. No matter all the attack, they are attacking us, no matter all their propaganda and their blackmails, we will never allow them to succeed. So we will continue to do what we have to do to make sure that our voice is heard. So whatever you are doing on your own part, continue to do it. And I appreciate everyone who has been able to join this program. And yesterday also I saw another hearing that was conducted there was a hearing that was conducted in DC, and I saw that Biafra was also represented in that hearing. I'm going to try to get the video for my evening program so that in the evening we can be able to play that very video and watch it together. There was a hearing and Biafrans were there to defend the cause of Biafra in that hearing. Biafrans were there. So I'm going to play that video in the evening so that you can join. I thank God that this is what we have been talking all this while, that people should be going out when there is a hearing. We need representation. We can't just be online alone talking. We need people to be representing us. When there is a hearing, when there is any hearing of the Congress here, any Congress meeting, our people should be attending. So when I saw that video yesterday, I was impressed. So I'm going to go through it and get it ready for our evening so that we can be able to look through that video and also work on it together. It is important. Every one of us have a duty. Every one of us have a role to play. Don't wait for anybody to come and do anything for you. You can do it on your own. You can do it on your own. That little one you can do, continue to do it. Don't get discouraged. I know it is not easy. I know it's not a child's play. But the little you can do, continue to do it. And at the end of the day, our voice can never be silenced. No matter the maneuver of Nigeria and Britain, no matter what they are doing, the world is not that foolish. Even there are some British that understand what is going on and they can't be silent for too long. Even during the Civil War, a British man was writing about the Civil War. A British man wrote about the Biafran genocide. So it's not like as if there are still good people living in Britain. I don't understand what is happening. That is why we must continue to talk so that they don't sell that their narrative. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program, wherever you have connected from. Thank you so much for being part of the program. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being part of it. Join us again in the evening for another section. I appreciate every one of you, and I pray for our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, that they will come and join us as soon as possible. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper, and no weapon formed or fashioned against our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. Please continue to do your own part. And again, on our Prime Minister that is going to be having his case on August, please support the fundraising for our Prime Minister's case. It is very important. Support the fundraising for our Prime Minister's case. Our Prime Minister needs an international lawyer. He needs an international lawyer. It will be a very shameful thing that we cannot be able to provide an international lawyer for our Prime Minister. It is a very shameful thing. It is a very shameful thing. It is not just enough to always come out and claim this and that, and a whole Prime Minister of Biafra does not have a proper representation. It is a shame. It is a shame. So we should all try as much as possible to join our hand on that very fundraising that is coming up. Support that fundraising, no matter how little, support it. It is for our Prime Minister international lawyer. Specifically for our Prime Minister international lawyer, not for any other thing. This very flyer that I'm going to share, it is not for any other reason. It is not for any, it is because of our Prime Minister. That is why I am talking about this. It is because of our Prime Minister. There is no other reason than our Prime Minister. He deserves this very attention. He deserves for us to support him. It will be a very shameful thing if we allow our Prime Minister go to appeal without a proper representation. It is not proper. So this is the form, this is the flyer. If you go to Twitter, you can see it on Twitter. So many groups, you can see it also on so many groups. This is it. Unity of Purpose for Biafra Tripod Fundraising. This is for my Simon Ekpa, particularly. And there is a phone number there. So if you want to make inquiry, call that number. Call this phone number you see there. You can call this phone number to make inquiry. As I have always said, you have the right to ask questions. And this very fundraising is coming up on the 22nd of March by 7 p.m. Biafra time. 22nd of March, 7 p.m. You have the right to call and ask questions. Call and ask questions. Anybody that tells you not to ask questions or didn't answer your question, don't listen to them. It is because of our Prime Minister alone, former Simon Ekpa international lawyer. That is why this fundraising is being held. Unity of Purpose for Biafran Tripod Fundraising. The 100-man Divine Project Team. The 100-man Divine Project Team is inviting all Biafran for this fundraising as we come together for a common goal. Our leader, freedom. Our Prime Minister, freedom. And our collective freedom, Biafra. Let's come together for good, for prosperity. Let's come together for good of humanity. And let's work together for the good of mankind. You can call these numbers. There are numbers there. You can see the flyers in other places. Also in YouTube, we can see it. Flyer in Twitter, you can see it on Facebook, you can see it. So many places. You see, you can make a call, put a call across to support our Prime Minister. When you call to support our Prime Minister, there is nothing else. It is not for meeting, it's not for gathering, it's not for anything. To support our Prime Minister, international lawyer. That is why this fundraising is here, and that is why I am sharing it. As I have said before, I am an independent broadcaster supporting anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa and the cause of Biafra. I support it and promote it. So this is very important. It will be a shameful thing that Mazi Simon Ekpa will go to appeal again without an international lawyer. It is a shame. He deserves it. We can give it to him. So join that fundraising to make your own contribution, no matter how little it is. It is going to go a long way to make him get what he wants. And remember, on that 5th of March, every Biafra, you need to be in Finland. Buy your ticket now. More especially those in Europe. Buy your ticket now so that you can be in Finland on the 5th of August. 5th of August. That is the date of appeal of March. 5th of August. The addresses are there. Buy your ticket on time so that you can be there to support our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to come back again in the evening for the evening section. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect everyone for us. No weapon formed or fashioned you as a Biafra against you shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against you as a Biafra will prosper. And no weapon formed or fashioned against our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching this program. I appreciate every one of you. I will see you again on the next program in the evening. Thank you so much. Like and share it widely. Share this program. You are not sharing it for me. It is for our own cause. It is for us. You are not sharing it for me. This is how we can fight evil narrative. You don't just keep quiet. If you keep quiet, when they push their own evil narrative against us Biafrans, before you know it, people will begin to believe it. So share. You don't know who is going to see it. Maybe it is the one that you will share that will bring us out. Thank you so much, and God bless. See you next time. Bye-bye.
The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chico di Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Isala, Nina Gozan, Soya, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonane, all the nsọ n'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile wee na-arịọ gị mma anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube gị ngozi tinye ọgbara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rapụ ndị ka anyị onye bụ nna Chineke na ndị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị ga-etu a wee baa ize obodo kwesịrị isi wee laa ya n'iyi anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma wete egide biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee dị ọsọ ọsọ na ụmụ ga adakwa na anyị wee na-arịọ gị wee na-arịọ ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche iwe tinye ụmụ ya ezi mmụọ nke anyị aka ajọ ihe na ndụ anyị isi ala bulie aha nsọ n'elu ise ise ise.
But you know what? They would like you to believe that Samarekpa is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
You